clicketed. So yeah, just on the yellow cards, when Phantom Ace activates, he'll have to take a yellow card. And then the first two characters are activate each turn. Like on turn 1, I think I'm going to activate Roswell first, and then I'll activate Gage second. And then I'll do Phantom Ace. But when Phantom Ace activates, he takes a yellow card. And then after I return it to you, just kind of mix it in so that I won't have to roll for them. In other words, I can just take a random one each turn because you get them mixed up. Let's see. Hey, everybody. We have about 3 minutes before the official go live moment. This is a solo game today. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it right now because I'll end up blathering about it all again. Doesn't Bessie look lovely today? She is so lovely in her mint outfit, like an after-dinner mint, ready to... Okay, so I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough of these deep ones today, so we may end up using some blips just to help represent extra ones that are out there mysteriously hidden in the fog. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I'm starting off with like 4 on the table. There's a chance we may lose one, but otherwise I'm not going to have enough because we're going to be drawing and adding more every single turn, and I don't know that we're going to be able to keep up with them. This scenario doesn't have a turn limit. There we go, talking about the turn limit again. This is a solo game today. Hello, Ptolemachus. Is this thing on? Oh, yeah, look at that. E.S. Taylor is on here. Marty Devine. Let's see if I can get a sound check. There we go. We'll call that good. Chris Girardi. Michael Greenhill. We have GW Rules, who is, oddly enough, and a lot of people don't know this, he's not actually in Canada. Huh. Yeah, no, it's true. It's been... started that rumor. Strangely enough, all this time, everybody thought he was in Canada. But, yeah. No. Indianapolis. So there was, I think the first time I set this table up, I had all the vehicle settings straight. We have about 1 minute to go until the official live start. I had all the vehicles sitting straight along the curb, kind of like I normally do. But then I started thinking about it, and I wanted to have more of a disheveled, lived-in kind of chaotic look. Almost as if the residents of Innsmouth were using the vehicles to barricade the roads and to prevent people from traveling through and things like that. So, very cool. H.P. Lovecraft wrote the story, what is it? Shadows over Innsmouth? What's the name of that story? I can't remember exactly now. But anyway, a story that was set in Innsmouth. And I don't know exactly what year that was set in. I don't know if that was like late 20s. I don't know that he actually defined what the time period was. But anyway, this is almost kind of a follow-up to that. It's 10 o'clock. Okay. Let's see, this clock says 5:59. What does your clock say? Does your clock say 10?
Seconds to 10, and it says 10:01.
Yeah, I know. So it's almost like that clock is a little bit fast. We may have to slow that one down.
All right, mine says 10.
Okay. I guess we'll call that good then. I'm going to sit down for just a moment. Take a load off, take a break. It's break time. Break time here at SOLO Pulp Alley. I have to take a break about every 5 minutes. Otherwise, I get grumpy. Am I beeping?
I'm beeping.
Okay. Say hello to the boys and girls, Bessie.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and today we have a special treat for you. We are doing a solo scenario. Now, we have done several solo games and published them on Pulp Alley, but this is going to give you an opportunity to ask questions about it. Also see it live. There's not going to be any editing or anything like that. Right? So it's raw, in the raw, as nature intended. Now, this is an interesting scenario because we do not have a bot league out there. And there are a lot of Pulp Alley solo scenarios that may be played this way. In other words, your league is simply playing against the scenario. There is not another league on the table that's fighting against you. But most of those scenarios, when we have scenarios that are like that, they are going to be, they're going to have non-player characters out there. So we will have some deep ones wandering around the table trying to stop the phantom agents from getting the Cursed Relic out of Innsmouth. And they have very specific rules. Now, if you're familiar with the NPC rules, the basic NPC rules are in the core rules book. Oftentimes, the movement of the NPCs is defined by the scenario. And that is because each scenario is potentially different. So in the core rules, we do not try to define exactly what the NPCs are going to do when they activate and move, because that should be something that is scenario specific. So when we have NPCs in a scenario, then the scenario is going to tell you what they do. So at the beginning of each turn, and you guys can help us keep track of this, at the beginning of each turn, X NPCs are going to appear within 3 inches of each of the spawn points. We're going to draw a separate card for both of the spawn points. When an NPC activates, if it can rush, if it is within 12 inches of a player character, doesn't matter who, if it is within 12 inches of a player character, it will rush that player character with its big floppy feet. Blop, 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 blop. Pretty scary, huh? Yeah. If it is not within 12 inches of a player character, then it will home in on the Cursed Relic and move 6 inches in that direction. So that is what the NPCs will do when they activate. Let's see, what else do we need to do? What else do we need to do? So this is the Phantom Agents. And for this scenario, of course, we have Phantom Ace out there. We have Gage and Roswell.
Oh, and your scout.
And yeah, that's exactly right. I used my network of supporters when I rolled for network of supporters. I got 3 successes. So I used 2 points to select Savoir Faire. And I used 1 point to select a friendly local. So in this case, we chose one of the sailors. So we took one of the sailors. Oh, careful. Go ahead and send me to camera 2. That one's camera 2 now. We got one of the sailors from off of the ship that's located out there. See, that's the ship that we're supposed to escape on. But one of the sailors either fell overboard and wandered into Innsmouth, or perhaps went on a little treasure hunting expedition, but he is only level 1. I'm not too sure how long he's going to survive, but I figured it'll be fun to have somebody out there. He is the only character that will normally have to roll horror checks for the deep ones. Everyone else is high enough level that they will not be bothered by these strange fish-like creatures, like this one here that is beginning engaged with Roswell. That is scary. That is scary. And that's because of the crazy random event. This scenario is particularly unkind. I don't know how many of you guys have tried this scenario, but go ahead and send me back to 1. I don't know how many of you guys have tried this scenario, but it can be really, really tough. You get a couple things go against you, and it's going to make it a hard situation. When you play solo, I don't think your goal should always be accept the idea that your goal is not to win, but just to have fun, right? Some of these scenarios, if things go against you, it's going to make it really, really tough. And we'll just have to see how this goes. When I play solo, I really think of it as a good opportunity to practice the rules, to learn the rules, but to also test my league and see, to use my abilities, to try new abilities, and things like that, and different tactics to understand. When you're playing solo, that's a great opportunity to figure out, when should I block? When should I use my dice to cancel and things like that? It's to get a handle on some of that risk reward sort of idea that is so prevalent through Pulp Alley. So, of course, you're playing your league and you should be doing what you can to help you be successful. But at the same time, sometimes you need to make decisions for the game to make it hard on your league. That doesn't mean you make dumb decisions for your league, but that means you try to make smart decisions for the other stuff. Yeah. Now, honestly, in this scenario, there's not a whole lot of decision making for the other side. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much how I'm going to play them, is as basic NPCs. So they're going to do what they are programmed to do. So for this scenario, there's not a lot of decision making for the opposite side. Okay, I guess we'll get this started. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough blather. That was a bucket of blather right there up front. So
possibly
a bucket and a half.
Two.
Oh, she's going with two buckets of blather. Do they need to see the leagues or the league?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's just start rolling. Let's just roll and start rolling some dice. Great opportunity to start asking questions if you guys have questions. I'm going to start off by activating Roswell, who has a deep one engaged with her. So for solo play, you're going to draw a solo card for the first 3 characters that activate each turn. In this scenario, however, you do not draw for the relic bearer, who is Phantom Ace. The leader is automatically carrying the Cursed Relic. So I will not be drawing a solo card for him. Instead, that's when he gets the lovely yellow card. And Bessie will be mixing those up and trying to make sure they stay random. So when I activate Roswell, I'll draw a card. And good deal. That is an on guard is what she drew, an on guard. So that means Roswell has to roll for the challenge that is on this card. And I have to get 2 successes with might, finesse, or cunning. I think Roz has a might of 3 die 8.
Looks like it. Can we shift those cards closer to me?
Uh-huh. Does that work?
Well,
No, it's
okay. It'll work.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you rather have them?
No, it's perfect.
Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't tell you, Gage has a Tesla shield. So when she takes, and it's the 2nd edition version, which is slightly different than the card version of Tesla shield. So when she takes 2 or more hits, she can reduce the number of hits by X. And remember, anytime you're using a gadget, you've got to check for a mishap. So it could explode on her. So Roz has a might of 3 die 8. Gosh, I hope I make this. I need 2 successes here, boys and girls. Let's try and get it. Go ahead and send me to camera dose, as we say at Casa Pulp Alley. And we got 2 successes. Yay! Roswell is now on guard. Oh, that's going to be a help. That's going to be a help. So what that means is while she is ready, she gains a +1 brawl and a +1 bonus to shoot. She does not do any shooting. So she will now have to continue her activation, and she will fight against this deep one. She will be rolling normally 5d8, And because she is now on guard, that's going to get her up to 6 die 8. The deep one will automatically brawl against her, and he will be rolling 3 die 6. Roz gets an 8, a 6, and 2 4s. That's a pretty good hit. Now, the deep one rolls his 3 die 6, and he gets a 4. Roz is going to cancel. Do I risk it here, boys and girls? Do I risk it? I got 4 hits. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to cancel his 4, right? With a 3 dice health check, that's really low. That puts him down a really low chance of passing. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to cancel his 1 success just to make sure Roz doesn't get hurt. And I'm going to make the deep one roll a 3 dice health check. Boom, bang. And the deep one is down. Now, the second character I'm going to activate is... Let's activate Gage next.
Okay, here's her solo card.
Draw her solo card. What is it?
Play.
Foul play.
Is this the regular table size?
Yes, this is the regular table size. This is a 3 foot by 3 foot table. And, occasionally we do a different table size, but this is a 3 foot by 3 foot table. Foul play says the closest enemy to this character encounters a peril. Use the challenge below. Okay, well, that means this fellow over here. This deep one over here actually gets the peril and we'll have to roll for it. Interesting. Is that on camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, really help me focus on making sure we keep let the boys and girls see the camera today. So he needs 2 successes with might or finesse. They have a decent might from what I remember. 3 die 6 in might. So he has a good chance of passing that. He needs 2 successes. 2 successes. Let's see if he can get it. Bam! And he does. So he is not injured by the peril. Not surprising. Not surprising. There you go. That's it. Form a discard pile. And now she's going to continue her activation. And what I'm going to do with her is I'm going to just run her 12 inches. I know this is kind of tight terrain here, but I'm going to try and run her 12 inches towards Phantom Ace. So she's going to end up about right here. Can you see that? Can you see her back in there? You can just barely. Here, I'll pick up the camera. So she runs about 12 inches towards Phantom Ace. So now the third character I'm going to activate, boys and girls, there is a crazy dense fog all around the town right now. And line of sight is limited to 6 inches. 6 inches. That's crazy. I guess I'm going to go ahead and activate Phantom Ace now that I know Gage has taken care of. I'm sorry. Roswell has taken care of the boogie monster.
You only go 6, right?
He only gets to move 6 inches. That is correct. He only gets to move 6 inches. And that is because he's lugging around the Cursed Relic. The Cursed Relic is in his possession, and he is lugging it around. So that's how far he gets on his little 6-inch move. Kind of makes it around the building and is standing his ground there. Now I have one more character to activate, and that is the... are you looking for something, sweetie? Okay, thank you. So I'm going to activate the sailor next, and he's going to run 12 inches. And he'll basically get down to here. He was not within 12 inches of any boogie booga when he activated, so he did not have to roll a horror check. He does not draw a solo card because he was the 4th character to activate. All right. And that basically ends the player character's turn. And NPCs, boys and girls, always activate last in the turn. They are not a bot league, so that means they always activate last. Some people might think that's a disadvantage, but that is not necessarily a disadvantage in Pulp Alley. because it is an engaging and dynamic rule system, where going first is not always the cookie that it is in most games. I'm going to activate for the NPCs. I'm going to start activating with the characters that are nearest. I'm going to check and see if I have 12 inches. I don't. I'm about an inch short there. He doesn't have an inch that way. I think I'm going to send both of them just as far. Oh, if they cannot rush, then that means they only move 6. So I'm going to put them on both sides of this car. I'm going to have one move 6 inches this way, and I'm going to have the other one move 6 inches this way. This is a live game. What? Oh, I was supposed to draw a yellow card when Ace activated. Thank you, Bessie. Go ahead and draw it. Send me to... That's okay. You can leave it there. Okay. From the shadows, place a denizen 1 die 8 inches. And so I'm going to put him back where he was. So when he activated, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to draw a yellow card when he activated. 1 die 8 inches away in a random direction. 8 inches that away. Well, can't actually get 8 inches away. But yeah, I'm going to run out of bad guys awfully quick. Models, I mean. Okay, so he's somewhere over here. All right. So then when Phantom Ace activates, okay, not going to change anything other than I'm going to have an extra booga booga. I guess I'm going to go ahead and send it this way too, because they're trying to block, right? They're trying to block the path. So I'm going to try and get him in front of Ace rather than going around behind him. So this one will move 6 inches. And look at that, boys and girls. Look at this horrible clump of nasty. 1, 2, 3, all clumping around Phantom Ace. Phantom Ace has no hope of running. He can only move 6 inches. So they are going to be on him in no time at all. Now, Bessie, will you mix that card back into the stack? Send me to, let's see, send me a camera 1 there. All right. So these 3 have all moved over here, and I have one more left over there. It does not have range to rush anything, so it will simply move 6 inches directly towards the bearer of the cursed idol. So he comes heading off over that away. He did not have range to rush, so he just moved 6 inches that way. And is that all my bad guys? So we have one recovery check. And in this scenario, see, Roswell did not get to move because she fought there. Gosh, I need this thing to go out of action here. Whew, boy, come on. Let's fail this roll. All right, I need my bad guy to go away. Here we go. And of course, it stands back up. And it will remain in contact with Roswell. So that's going to keep Roz tied up there. So Roz is not even going to get to move. She knocks that thing down, growling at it, and then it clambers back to its feet, ready to fight some more. Okay. And we're starting turn 2. Boys and girls, if I haven't mentioned it, send me to camera 1. If I haven't mentioned it, this scenario has no turn limit. So as long as it takes is as long as it takes. The scenario ends 1 if Phantom Ace gets on the boat. 2 if Phantom Ace goes down. So not if he goes out of play, but if Phantom Ace ever goes down, that means the idol is dropped, and that means the scenario just automatically ends right there. Boom. All right. And that's a special rule for this scenario. That's not just every, solo game or whatever. So we are starting turn number 2. Doggone it. Roswell is tied up with that deep one over there. That is really painful. I need her out here helping me, but at least she's keeping that one tied up. Yeah. At least she's keeping that one tied up. And now we have this big clump of them over here.
And we get more.
And we get more. We get more at the start of turn number 2. And so we'll draw for this one over here. Oh, it's the wrong stack of cards. Two more appear over here. I'm going to go ahead and just go to buttons.
Yeah.
And two more appear over here.
And one over there. Dang it.
Would have been nice to have that reversed. So another one appears over here, 3 inches from that one. Okay. And we are off. This is the start of turn number 2. Phantom Ace is trying to reach the boat. He's going to have a mob of deep ones on him very, very soon. Now, what do you do here, boys and girls? What do you do? We're starting turn number 2 here. I don't have much of a hope of getting away from these guys because, well, let's see. If I moved 6 inches this way and kept heading down through the alley, one of them would be able to get to me. I could try that. See, I could try coming down through the alley a little bit further and then shooting up towards the boat on a straight shot. Or if I cut diagonal through here, I know darn well I'm going to have all of them on my tail. Yeah.
No, maybe not those.
Those might not be able to reach me. Okay. I'm gonna try heading off a little bit further. Let's see. The first character I'm going to activate will be this turn. I'm gonna go with Phantom Ace. Let's see what happens with Phantom Ace. So she's gonna draw a yellow card for Phantom Ace.
Blocked.
Okay.
Draw a random challenge. This challenge is a peril.
Okay.
So the random one is 2 successes with cunning or might.
Okay, he's got 3 die 10 and might. Let's try that. So he runs, he's trying to cut through that alley over there, right, boys and girls? He's trying to cut through that alley, but he finds out it's blocked and there are obstacles in his way. And he's going to have to try to use his might to bust through it. He needs 2 successes here. I could use my savoir-faire. I don't think I'm going to use my savoir-faire. I'm going to trust. Need 2. Got it. Okay. So he busts through. He busts through the is this my discard pile? Okay. Oh, that's the yellow card. So that goes right back in there.
That one goes.
Yeah. Go ahead and mix that back in. I'm going to set these.
Oh, do you want
just,
them on there?
Yeah, I'm going to set it right in front. Okay. Yeah. All right. So mix up my yellows. So his activation, see, if he had failed that there, boys and girls, it would have ended his activation as well. That would have been bad. That would have been a bad moment in time. All right. He busts through the barricade that was right there, and he's going to try to move another 6 inches away.
Do you want to switch the other camera? Or?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, he's going to be out of view pretty quick as I move him this way. So yeah, go ahead and leave it on that for a moment and I'll show the boys and girls. So there he is. So he came down through, he came back across the back of this alley here, running down through here. And now he runs into Gage, who is over here. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to send in some blockers now. I got to deal with Roswell. Doggone it. I hate that she's getting tied up over here. Oh, if that thing had gone down, that would have been some joy there. All right. Well, Roz is going to have to fight this critter. Oh, when she activates, she must draw a solo card. Let's see what it is.
Roll the challenge below. This 2 successes with finesse or cunning.
Okay.
Ooh, not great.
With finesse or cunning, what does she have?
2 die 6 in both.
Okay, so she's going to have to roll 2 die 6, and I need 2 successes. Okay, failed it. What it says on the challenge right here is it says, if I fail, the character cannot run during this activation. That's not going to do anything anyway. So if I had passed it, it actually would have helped me. But because I failed it, it didn't really hurt too much this time. Here is the 6 die 8 as it tries to keep this monster on its tuchus. And it gets 5 successes. The monster is fighting back with 3 die 6 and gets a success. I'm going to cancel that and make it roll a 4 dice health check. Where are the rest of my d6s? Oh, here they are. 4 dice health check. Needs to pass all of these. No surprise, monster down again. I need Roswell free. The next character I guess I'm going to activate will be Gage. Let's see what solo card she draws.
Oh, this character encounters a peril immediately. Roll 1 success with might or finesse.
Okay. 1 success with might or
2
finesse.
die 6 in both.
2 die 6 in both. I need 1 success. So a peril, something clambers down over there on top of her. Maybe it was the barricade that Phantom Ace broke through, smashes into Gage. She gets the success she needs. She's not held up. And now she can move. And what I'm going to do with her, let's see if I can show you boys what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually put her in a position to block those deep ones. Yeah, that clump. So she's going to move 12 inches. She's going to continue her run, and she's going to run past Phantom Ace, and she's going to go all the way to right here, kind of getting this little alley spot right here. See where she's at?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of backtracking where Ace was. Now, when that clump activates, she will be the closest enemy, and they'll have to move against her instead of him. I still have speed bump here. What should I do with him, boys and girls? So now he's the 4th character. When he activates, he does not get a horror card. He does not get a horror card yet. Let's see, where is 12 inches? I don't know that I really want them. I don't know that I really want him to get eaten here.
Yeah, he might be useful later.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Should I just throw him to the wolves? See, this monster over here could be on Phantom Ace, and I don't want that to happen. Because if they pass their recovery, I'm going to send him around this way. So he comes out to help Phantom Ace. He's trying to find his way back to the boat. So he comes around this way, and he's going to get a couple inches in front of Phantom Ace right there. When he does that, he's going to see, or at least hear, something strange growling in the fog, and he's going to have to roll a horror check for that deep one that is within 12 inches because he has moved within 12 inches of it. And he's going to have to roll a 1 dice, roll his health, and see if he could pass it. He did not, and he's going to get a green card. His horror effect is Lapse of Reason. Whenever you want this character to perform an action, you must discard. Okay. He will not be performing an action. He has a lapse of reason. He is not thinking straight right now. We'll put that on him.
Okay.
Okay. And that ends it for my player characters. Roar! The monsters are now activating, boys and girls. The monsters are now activating. Let's see. As far as who's absolutely closest, I'm going to probably say this one right here is. Yeah. And he's probably no more than about 8 inches or so away from Gage. If I set that right there, can you see Gage? Not quite, huh? You can see a foot.
There you go. That'll get you there.
Okay. If I move her this way.
Yep.
Okay. So this monster will activate and it will come clambering around the corner at her. And here it is in base-to-base contact with her. All right, when that monster reaches her, it will be attacking, and it's rolling 3 die 6. She is 3 die 8, or she could try to dodge here. I think she's going to go ahead and brawl with it and do her 3 die 8. What do you think, boys or girls? Is that the right thing to do, or should I be defensive here and try and keep her alive? I really would like to thin their numbers a little bit here.
I guess you could try the first one.
Let's see how it goes. Yeah, well, she has her 3-die-8 going.
Yeah.
We'll go with 3-die-8 versus 3-die-6, and here is the attack. Now, NPCs will not block. They will not try to. He rolled 3 1s. Look at that, boys and girls. 3 1s, and Gage rolls a 1, a 2, and a 3. Okay, so that was a swing. They were both kind of missing in the fog there. Missing in the fog. The next one that activates will have 12 inches to Gage as well, and it will come up on her side right here. Scooch her over a little bit. Okay, so now we have another one coming up to attack her. Look at that, boys and girls. Can you see it? All right, another one coming up to attack her. Now she would either be down to 2-die-8 to brawl, or what's her dodge?
3-die-8. Yeah, 3-die-8.
3-die-8 to dodge. I guess I need to be a little bit defensive here, so I'm going to try and keep her alive, and she's going to roll 3-die-8 to dodge. I really need this. I'm going to roll all of them together. Here we go, 3-die-8 and 3-die-6. And the monster gets a 6. Oh my gosh, and Gage gets nothing. Boy, that's a whole lot of D8s there with not a single success. And that means Gage is going to have to roll a health check, and she passes that. Ooh. Now, the next one is not going to be able to get to Gage because that alley is now blocked. You see that, boys and girls? It could not actually get to her because there's too many monsters there. I don't think it can't get to Roswell. It can't get to Phantom Ace. So it's too far for that. So since it cannot rush anything, it's going to just move 6 inches towards the relic bearer. We'll put him in this little alley right here. Can you guys see that? So he's kind of moving off that way to get into to homing in on the Cursed Relic.
Are these 2 boys going to follow?
Oh, yeah. Those guys will kind of move probably right up behind him. 6 inches and 6 inches. Gosh, have not been able to keep any of these creatures down. This is bad. This is bad, boys and girls. 6-die-8 so far rolled for Gage and hasn't got a single success. That's hurting me. Okay. Over here, we have a monster that's going to try and go eat a sailor's face. Over here, we have a monster that's going to come running. Can you see the sailor there?
Yeah.
Just barely, huh? I'm going to scooch him out because I don't think it's going to really matter that much, and let you boys and girls see him as his face is scraped off. So definitely within range. As the monster rushes him, he will have to make a horror check. So here we go. Horror check. Let's roll it right here. Okay, this time he passes. Yay! The monster is rolling 3-die-6 to rip off his face. 3-die-6. And the sailor will be rolling 2-die-6 to dodge because that's the sort of fellow he is. He is has 2 dice in dodge and 1 dice in everything else. So he's just trying to stay alive here. He gets a 4 and a 5. That's a pretty good roll for a sailor. Unfortunately, the monster rolls double 6s. He can't block either one of them, and the little fella's going to have to roll a 2-dice health check. And he passes it, boys and girls. The sailor man stays on his feet. He will not go down. All right, sailor man. Good on you, sailor man. Keeping my monster tied up for another moment. Okay. That lends us to what? the end of the turn, have all my monsters. No, there's a monster over here that hasn't moved.
Oh, yeah.
So it will move 6 inches. Go ahead and send me to action or camera 1. So we have monsters back in here fighting the sailor. We got Phantom Ace coming around here. He's running out of room now. He's going to have to head towards the pier on this next turn. We got a monster over here in the fog. We got 2 monsters over here in the fog. We have 3 monsters back here. We got another monster right around this area. Oh my gosh, a recovery check. Holy cow. Come on now. Come on, recovery check for my monster, and it passes again. And the monster stands up in contact with Roswell. Roswell is tied up with this. I think she's treating it more like a rubber chew toy.
Probably.
She's kind of like shaking it around and stuff like that. Yeah. She like shakes it, and then she sits down and waits for it. She's kind of
quit messing around.
She's like licking on it, trying to get it to get back up. Come on, get back up so I can place some more. Okay, as we start turn number 3, we're in a world of hurt.
We're generating.
Monsters?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll draw for this one over here.
2.
Oh my God, will you stop with the 2s? Let's see, 3 inches. What was 3 inches? Kind of in the back. We'll say they're coming through the truck here. Okay.
You didn't want it. 3.
Oh dear Lord, 3 over there. I'm even running out of green tokens now. Holy cow. Holy cow. Boy, not being able to get any of them down so far has really hurt us. So 3 of them over here. There's going to be a crazy mashup of destruction when Phantom Ace gets a little bit further. They're going to just be all over Phantom Ace.
6 inches.
Not being able to run. Yeah. Carrying the Cursed Relic means that you cannot run. And that means that really hurts. Okay, send me to this camera, baby.
Okay.
The Cooner Beans Action Cam. The Cooner Beans Action Cam. So I guess I'm going to have to activate my, gosh, they're about to be all over me. And all of my people are tied up. I have like no real blockers left at all because everybody is engaged at this point. This is about as bad as it possibly gets. What do I do here, boys and girls? I guess I'm going to activate Phantom. Go ahead and send me back to 1. I think what I'm going to try to do here is I think I'm going to activate Phantom Ace first. And if I can, I may try to help that sailor. It's only like a couple inch move, but if I could put that monster down, then that potentially could save that sailor so that he can move off and do something else. It's giving up about 4 inches of movement, though. It's either that or I just try and move past it. But what I'm afraid of is that sailor is not going to be able to beat that deep one. And when the sailor activates, it's probably going to get eaten by the deep one. And then when the deep one activates, he's going to be free, and he could come after Phantom Ace. So if I try to take it down now, maybe I have a little bit more control over how the situation is going to go.
Maybe not.
Oh, I don't know, boys and girls. This is hard. This is so hard. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to activate Phantom Ace. That means he gets a yellow card.
Don't make a sound.
Oh my gosh.
Draw a random challenge.
Okay. Random challenge is it random or it says draw random? Okay, there's not one on there. Okay. 1 with might.
Okay.
So we'll go with 3 die 10. Okay, got it.
Okay, if you pass, move the nearest denizen 3 inches towards this character immediately.
Oh my gosh.
That's the pass, kids.
That's the pass. So the nearest denizen is actually the one that's on the sailor. And I guess we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to say that the monster actually disengages from the sailor and jumps over him in a big leaping move and jumps on Phantom Ace. That's going to totally destroy Phantom Ace's activation this turn. Let's see. So now Phantom Ace is going to be doing a fight. Oh, Phantom Ace is going to get nowhere near the boat. I can tell this is going to get bad. This is one of those scenarios that is going to just get really, really bad. So Phantom Ace is now engaged with the monster. Here it is. You see the monster. If I move the house for a moment, you see the monster leapt over the sailor, somersaulted with his big froggy legs, and landed out here and is now attacking Phantom Ace. Phantom Ace cannot shoot because he was was not over 3 inches. So Phantom Ace will have to try to either brawl or dodge. Phantom Ace will brawl using 4 die 8. The monster is rolling 3 die 6 to eat Phantom Ace. Here we go. Phantom Ace. The monster rolls 2 5s and Phantom Ace rolls a 7.
What?
Oh.
I told you to use the good dice.
Oh my God. You know what, boys and girls? The monsters are reanimated or a version of that. So it will ignore the single hit that Phantom Ace landed. And Phantom Ace will have to roll a 2 dice health check. Oh my God. And of course he fails it. Oh, this is going to be a quick one today, boys and girls. This one is going to be quick today. All righty. Wow. That just turned really, really bad. And Phantom Ace will not even make it out of the alley back here. Oh, this is where the doom becomes doom. All right, boys and girls. The next character I'm going to activate is, I guess it's my little. No, I don't want to activate him. It's going to be Roz.
Okay.
What?
So roll the challenge below, which is 2 successes with finesse or cunning.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad.
2 die 6.
Okay. So she only gets 2 die 6, so she's going to have to pass both of these. She does not with 2 1s. Holy cow.
Right, so she takes 2 hits.
She takes 2 hits, and she'll have to roll a 2 dice health check. Oh, she passes that, and now the fight is on. So she's rolling 6 die 8 against the monsters, 3 die 6. Here is the fight. Roz growls. And she lands 4 hits. She gets a 1 and a 2 in there. She gets 2. The monster gets 2. I'm going to go ahead and knock out its 2 successes and make it roll a 2 dice health check. 2 dice health check for the monster, and it is down again. Okay. Now, I'm going to activate. Oh my God, this is so bad, boys and girls. I'm going to activate Gage, who is on the other side of this house fighting 2 monsters. Okay, what's I draw?
Okay.
Here's her solo card.
Watchful Eye. Her challenge is roll 2 successes with cunning or might.
Okay, she's got 4 die 8 in cunning.
Uh-huh. She gets a bonus.
Okay, all right. So she needs 2 successes. She's got 4 die 8 to do it with, and she needs 2 of these. She got it. So Watchful Eye is now attached to her card. She has Watchful Eye. I should have rolled a recovery check for that fella for his lapse of reason, but I'm going to actually keep it on there. Watchful Eye is on Gage. All right. So now she's in a lot of trouble here, boys and girls. She's got 3 die 8 in dodge. Yeah, she's got 3 die 8 in dodge, or 3 die 8 in or 3 die 8 in brawl. Let's see. She's going to have to split her dice here, boys and girls, because she has 2 monsters on her. Really bad situation. This is just like turning from bad to bad to bad. So should I dodge or should I block here? Or should I dodge or should I fight? What do you guys think? I think for this situation here,
Dodge it.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to dodge. So I'll put 1 dodge dice on one. I'll put 2 dodge dice on the other one. I'm gonna resolve the guy that I'm fighting with 2 dodge dice first. So she's only got 2 dodge dice on this guy. He rolls a 6, and neither of her 5s is gonna block his 6, and she's gonna have to roll a 1 dice health check. 1 dice health check is a failure, and Gage is now injured, boys and girls. Gage is now injured, and this could be the end of Gage. Woo! This could be a really quick game today, boys and girls. Gage now only has 1 die 6 to dodge. Remember that, boys and girls, although she assigned 1 dice to that monster, it was a D8 when it was assigned, but she's now injured, so it counts as a D6. So she's only dodging with 1 D6 against the monster's 3 die 6. Boom! And the monster gets a 5 and a 4. She'll block 1. She'll have to roll another health check. She's down to a D6 health, and she is down, boys and girls. Gage is down. Look at that. Holy cow. This is a slaughter. This is chalk one up for the Innsmouth team today. So here we go. Monsters a go-go. So the monsters here haven't even activated. I still have one character. I still have the sailor. You know what? The sailor's gonna, when the sailor activates, he will have to roll a horror check because there are scary monsters around him. So he needs a 4 or better. He passes. He is okay. The sailor's gonna stop and he's gonna say, "I'll help you, Phantom Ace. Look at this. Look at this sailor coming back. Look at that sailor coming back to throw some fisticuffs." So the sailor has 1 dice, or he could dodge. Should I go in and just distract him, or should I? Yeah, I think he's going to go in there and try to distract him. So he's going to go in there and he's going to use one of those tactics that he's not actually trying to hurt the thing, but pull him away from Phantom Ace. So he will roll his dodge dice. The monster will be rolling 2 die 6 because he's already been in a fight with Phantom Ace. And here we go. This monster gets a 5. The sailor beats it. And then the sailor is going to remain engaged with the monster. He's not going to back up. All right. Now, when we start the monsters activations, we're going to start with the monsters that are already engaged first. So that'll be this fellow here. When he activates, he's now down to 1 dice because he's been in 2 previous fights. He will put that 1 dice against Phantom Ace because that's the sort of nasty thing that you would expect a monster to do. Phantom Ace will be replying with 3 die 8 in Brawl. 3 die 8 in Brawl, or 2 die 8 to dodge. Oh, he cannot do dodge moves. Switch it to one. The Cursed Relic. The Cursed Relic prevents you from using any alternate means of moving, so like Shadow Step, flying, and dodge move. So the Cursed Relic prevents you from using anything other than just a normal 6-inch move. Who comes up with this? All right. But I think I'm going to go with the punch. I think I'm going to try and punch him.
Yeah,
so Ace is rolling 3.
Last time,
What?
Ace had a 10 in there, but you didn't count when they fought the first time.
I thought that was a 0.
I think that actually.
Seriously?
Yeah. So he actually got 2 hits.
So the monster should have rolled a.
Should have rolled.
Okay. Well, we'll go back and let the monster roll his little. So the monster should have rolled. They're telling me that I messed up. Monster took 2 hits, so should have rolled a health check. He'll pass it though, because that's how it works. And so I did roll the health check, and you'll notice that it is passed, and the monster. So nothing was actually changed by my flub up. But thank you guys for keeping me honest out there. I do miss stuff like that sometimes, so I appreciate you guys helping. I'm assuming it was somebody out there and not Bessie that got that.
There were 2 people.
A couple people. Hey, wait. Okay, so now the monster attacks. It's rolling 1 die 6. Ace is rolling 3 die 8. Correct? Yeah, I think that's right. So the monster gets nothing. Ace gets 2 hits, 2 successes. They will turn into 2 hits, and the monster will have to roll a 2 dice health check. And it fails, and the monster is down. Look at that. My little sailor has survived another moment. Another moment in the sun. This is so bad. This is so bad, boys and girls. Oh my God. And now the swarm moves. So these fellows over here, these 2 monsters here are going to go against Roz. Roswell is the closest target. So that's the gauge is now down. Neither of them have activated. So now this monster will come rushing at Roz. Look at that, boys and girls. Roswell must stand against the wave. Okay. Roswell has already been in the fight this turn. She's now down to rolling. She is no longer ready, boys and girls. And remember, the on guard bonus only applies when she is ready. You are ready before and during your own activation. So she is no longer ready, so that will not apply. So that means she is down to 4 die 8. The monster is rolling 3 die 6. And here we go. The Roswell gets 4 successes, 2 sevens, a 5, and a 4. The monster gets 2 successes. Monsters are always there to cause as much damage as possible. It will not block, even if it could, in most scenarios, in most situations. So that means Roz is going to have to roll a 2 dice health check, and the monster rolls a 4 dice health check. Here is for the monster. The monster is, not surprisingly, down. What kind of dodge do I have on Roz?
Roz has 4 die 8.
Okay. The next one that comes in will be this one here, and it's coming in. I didn't roll Roswell's health check. Roswell needed to roll a 2 dice health check. She failed as well, boys and girls, and Roswell is now injured. Oh, dear Lord. Whoo! Okay. The next monster comes around the house that I conveniently moved and will be eating Roz. The monster is rolling 3 die 6. Tell me again what my dodge is, sweetheart.
4 die 8.
4 die 8. So it would be 4 die 6 now because Roz is injured. She doesn't have any kind of like muscles of steel or anything like that, does she? No. Okay. I think I'm going to try to dodge here, boys and girls. And the reason is because I really want to get away from these monsters. I really want to find a clear space where I can take off running. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to try to dodge in the hopes that she can actually get away. So the monster is rolling 2 die 6. The monster got a 5. God dang it. And Roz cannot block it. Oh my gosh. Oh, the pain. Roswell is not down. Oh, I needed that. Come on, give me one roll. Give me one. All right. I think that now we have a whole bunch of monsters coming in to eat face. This is so bad, boys and girls. This is so bad. That monster there, I'm sure you can see it right here at the corner. Do I have another one over here that I can't see? No, is it the closest one?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the closest one, and it has range to Phantom Ace. So it's going to come around this alley and come up on Phantom Ace from his caboose. Fishman on his caboose right here. Now, the nice thing here is that Phantom Ace will get to use defensive fire because the monster is moving from over 3 inches. So Phantom Ace will get to shoot, and that means his shooting is down because of the marker, though, but it will not be affected by his multiple fights. So he normally starts at 4, and he gets a bonus for the short range. So he's rolling 5d8 versus the monster's 3d6. Now, the monster here will not hold back. So any successes he gets, he's going to try to deliver to Phantom Ace. The monster got a 2, and a 5. So the monster got 1 success. Phantom Ace got 3 successes. And Phantom Ace, because of the Cursed Relic that he is carrying, he automatically passes all 1 dice hits. So the monster, Phantom Ace, will ignore that hit. And the monster will have to roll a 3 dice health check. I wonder if I forgot that on the first one. That was like a 2 dice health check. I think he rolled there. So the monster rolls a 3 dice health check, and the monster passes. Oh my God. Oh. All right. Let's see who else can get in there. 12-inch range is not going to get there. What about over there? I think this one has range to jump on the sailor. Yep, sure does. So this one is going to come up from behind on the sailor, and the sailor will have to roll a horror check when the monster comes in from behind. Let's put a model out for that one. We got one other model here. He deserves a model coming out of the fog and eating sailor face. So the sailor will have to roll a 1 dice health check to see if he can maintain his, and he fails. Give the man a green card.
Oh boy, on the end.
Okay, so he's got +1 to his dodge, +1 to his finesse, but he cannot shoot. Yay! He'll be using that dodge. All right, so that means he's going to get up to 3 dice on dodge, and the monster is rolling 3d6 to attack. Here is the fight. The monster gets a 5 and a 6. He cannot use that 4. The sailor will have to roll a 2 dice health check. Come on, little sailor man. Come on, don't give up now. And the sailor is removed from play. Sailor is gone. Oh my gosh, boys and girls. Phantom Ace will not get out of this alley. I'm fairly sure this is the end right here. The next thing, I don't have anybody else that's going to get into contact with Phantom Ace. So the rest of them are all going to move 3 inches. 1, 2, send me to another camera. So these 3 moved forward over here. So they advanced. Did I move them 6? Yeah, they're 9 inches away. Okay. These back here, they don't have range. I'm going to send one of them this way. So one's going to go this way, and the other one's going to go back in the alley. These move forward. The blips are building up on the table. And now we have a whole lot of recovery checks, and man, oh man, do I need to make some recovery checks here. So we're going to start with Phantom Ace. Phantom Ace makes his recovery check. He's back to D10s.
Yay.
Let's see. Here is for Gage. Little Gage. Oh my God, we lost Gage, boys and girls. Oh, Gage is gone. Gage is gone. Here is for Roz. Roz shakes off her injury.
Yay.
I have 2 monsters that are down over here. Here is for monster number 1, and it's back up and in contact with Roswell. Here is for monster number 2, It is back up and in contact with Roswell. So 3 of them. Of course, all the monsters make their recovery checks. So look at that, boys and girls. 3 monsters all grouped around Roz. Lost gauge this turn. Holy cow. What do you think, boys and girls? How long can Phantom Ace hold out against this wave of monsters that are coming at him? What an insane game. Let's see.
Oh, we gotta do the one on Phantom Ace, right? The monster
What?
that's down.
Did I not roll a recovery for him?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Here is a recovery for the monster that's down in front of Phantom Ace. And what do you know? We actually lost a monster. Yay! Yay, a monster down. Okay.
1.
Other camera. Okay, so now I know you can't see it, but this is where Phantom Ace is located right here. And he's currently engaged with a monster. Holy cow. Just how awful is that? So that means when he activates, he's not going to be able to move. Plus, he's got monster here. He's got monster here. He's got monster here. He's got 2 more monsters over here. We have 3 a row of monsters over here. We have more monsters appearing. We have 3 monsters back here on Roswell. If you haven't given up on hope yet, probably ought to, because this is getting bad. Over here, only one this time.
Oh,
Okay.
2.
2 over there. Okay. Blip, blip. Okay. All right. Holy cow. I lost 2 characters that turn. Lost 2 characters that turn. This is so bad. This is a pretty tough scenario. This is pretty tough. Now you can have things go your way, and it kind of makes it nice, I guess, to a certain extent.
Well, their recovery checks are.
Yeah, they've been passing a lot of their recovery checks. Yeah. That makes it pretty tough. So, not intended to be an easy walkthrough scenario. This is intended to really put you in a tough situation and see if your league can actually fight its way through it. So far, it's not looking like they're going to. So far, once they get in contact with you and kind of get you down, it gets really, really tough. Now, if you had some really, Roswell is holding her own over there with, 5d8, but she hasn't been able to actually eliminate a single one of them. She gets them down, but she's really struggling. And then over there, Phantom Ace is really struggling. So this has been a pretty tough scenario so far. Really tough. All right. We're starting a new turn. What do I do here, boys and girls? I think I'm going to just have to activate Phantom Ace first. Now, this is an interesting situation that's occurring here, is that now I have less than 3 characters. So remember that you draw a solo card for the first 3 characters that activate each turn. So that means after I activate my 2 characters, I will draw a solo card for the first NPC that activates. Many of the cards might not actually have much of an effect, but I will have to draw a solo card because that's the rule. All right, here we go. Let's start off with Phantom Ace, and that means he's going to get a yellow card. Blocked.
Oh, okay.
So if he draw a random peril, okay.
2 with might or finesse.
Okay, so 3 die 10 in might, so he'll be rolling his might. So again, feeling blocked, and he gets it pretty easily. All right, he will continue his activation, and that means he will brawl that monster. He's rolling 4 die 8. The monster's rolling 3 die 6. Now, in Pulp Alley, fights are not actions. They are fights. And that means, just like in the action-adventure movies, just like in real life, that means both characters have a chance of being injured. and it makes the game go a lot faster when both characters are actually fighting. The monster got absolutely nothing. 2 3s and a 2. Ace got a 10 and an 8, and that means the monster will have to roll a 2 dice health check. Here is the 2 dice health check for the monster, and the monster is down. Blip.
Yay.
All right, the next character that I'm going to activate will be Roz. Doggone it. This is so bad. When Roz activates, she's going to have to draw a solo card. So here is the solo card. The solo card is Quirk of Fate. All other solo cards currently play are immediately discarded. So she loses her On Guard. Bam.
Aw.
Without any other effect, including attached cards. So her solo card is gone. Watchful Eye is gone, which it was already gone. Okay, so she lost her On Guard. Quirk of Fate, the mysterious magical energies have said no to being on guard, and now she's back to rolling 5d8 or 4 die 8 to dodge. Sure would like to get away from these creatures. I guess that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to use my 4 die 8 and try to dodge. I'll put 1 on each, except one of them will have 2 die 8, and then I'll do the one that I have 2 die 8 on first. So it's rolling 3 die 8. I'm sorry, 3 die 6, and I'm rolling 3 die 8. Trying to get away, basically, what I'm trying to do here. Trying to get some space. The monster rolled nothing. Roz got a 7, so she will get her 1 inch backwards. So she's backing away from that fight now. And that's both of my characters. I've activated everybody now. Right? Yeah. So now the first monster that activates will also get a solo card. And that's going to be this monster here because it is the monster that is closest. No, I think one of those is actually closest. So we'll say it's all of them would be an inch away. So we'll say the one that has his hands up in the air will draw a solo card. Hesitation. Character not perform any actions and cannot run. That's all it does for this turn. Won't have any effect on him. So it will now advance on Gage, on Roz. Oh, that's actually going to put her in a better position there, isn't it, boys and girls? Look at that. They're going to have a harder time getting to her. So at this point, she will try to dodge again because she wants to try and get away from these things and just kind of pull them further away from Phantom Ace. So she would either be brawling here with 4 die 8 or she would be dodging with 4 die 8. What do you think, boys and girls? Should I dodge here or should I try to put this one down while I still have 4 die 8? I think I'm gonna try brawling this one and seeing if I can put it down. I'm gonna try brawling this one. So she'll have 4 die 8. She's already been in one fight because she activated. So 4 die 8 to brawl and 3 die 6 from the monster. So the monster has 3 die 6 versus her 4 die 8. So trying to get this monster down. She gets 3 successes, 2 4s, and an 8. The monster got 3 successes. Oh, crap. That's bad. And I couldn't block all of them even if I wanted to. So let's just say take them all. Roz will roll a 3 dice health check and the monster will roll a 3 dice health check. 3 dice health check. Oh my God, the monster passes its health check. And of course, Roz does not. Oh my God. See, risk reward, boys and girls. You take the risk. Now the rest of them are not going to be able to get to her because you cannot end your activation on top of another character. Although they could move through this character if they wanted to, they could not end their activation on it. So they're stuck there. So that means they could have range to Phantom Ace. Let's see if they do. No, we're going to come up a little bit short. So they'll just move 6 inches that away. Remember, there was a house there. So they're going to move around the corner this way as they clamber back towards Phantom Ace. So those 3 activated over here. So now this one, it has not activated, and it will activate and rush at Phantom Ace. Okay, Phantom Ace has 4 die 10 in Brawl. He's been in a fight, so he'll be rolling 3 die 10. The monster is rolling 3 die 6. Monster. So Phantom Ace could try to dodge here, but he's not going to. He's going to go for to try and get this thing down. Phantom Ace gets 3 successes, and the monster gets 3 successes. The monster will say, take them all. The monster does not hold back. So Phantom Ace will have to roll a 3 dice health check, and he passes it. The monster will have to roll a 3 dice health check. Look at that, boys and girls. And the monster is down. Holy crijoles. All right. Now more monsters are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I have another monster coming from behind on Phantom Ace. I'm going to scoot this fella back a little bit. So this monster is going to come around. He's definitely within range, and he will be attacking Phantom Ace. Phantom Ace will now be able to use his pistols. His Phantom 45s will blaze to life, and he will no longer be affected by the multiple combats. So he'll be rolling 5d10 against this monster's 3 die 6. Blam, blam, blam roars, lighting up the alley as the Phantom 45s blaze to life. The monster scores 3 successes. Phantom Ace scores 4 successes. That means the monster will roll a 4 dice health check, and Phantom Ace will roll a 3 dice health check. Here is for the monster. Monster goes down. Phantom 45s blowing it apart, and Phantom Ace has to roll a 3 dice health check, and he passes it again, boys and girls. Phantom Ace stays uninjured. But there's plenty more where that came from, boys and girls. We have another monster on this side, and it will come running around. I better double check that. I'm pretty sure it has range, but just in case I'm overestimating, as I'm apt to do. Oh, yeah, that's 14 inches. Yeah, he's got like 11 inches there. So another monster comes in. He becomes a monster and is no longer a blip. And Phantom Ace is still blazing away with his 45s. He is still able to cook off a big load of 5 die 10 at the monster as it comes around the corner. The monster rolls 3 die 6. Am I missing something? Do I have anything to help me here? Phantom Ace gets 5 successes, and the monster gets 1 success. The monster will not block. Phantom Ace will have to roll a 1 dice. Phantom Ace will have to roll a 1 dice health check. He passes it, and the monster will have to roll
He automatically passes it, right?
Correct. He should not have rolled that. He did not have to roll a health check there because it was 1 dice. So, and the monster will have to roll a 5 dice health check. And the monster is down. Look at that, boys and girls. The fish food piled up in the alley. So do I have anybody else that's actually going to reach him? No, I think that's all the monsters that are going to reach him. The terrible thing is that every one of those have the potential to just stand up and be right back in contact with him. And that's what's going to bog him down, and he won't get there. I think this one has a straight. No, it's a little over. Okay. All right, so that means they'll move 6, and they'll get up to the cabbages. 6, 6, 6. These two move 6 and get to the other side of the truck. Am I on a camera that can see this? This one moves 6 and gets up here. These two move 6 One goes one way down the alley, the other moves the other way, and that's that. Boy. Every one of these guys is technically still in base-to-base contact with Phantom Ace. I need all of them to fail their recovery checks. Okay, let's start recovery checks.
Okay.
I don't think there's any difference. So let's just roll for all 4 of them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how many of them actually pass. All of them. Every single one of them passes their recovery check. Oh my gosh. Oh, if this wasn't a family-friendly show, there'd be cussing going on right now.
Can you jump through that window?
Okay, well, I can only get 3 on him, so one of them is just going to have to sit back a little bit. One will have to take his 1-inch movement back, the other 3. And now he won't get his fancy-dancy shooting going on as they all pass their recovery check. Roz, let's see if Roz can pass her recovery check. And of course, Roswell does not pass her recovery check. Wow. Aww. This could be the end. This could be the last turn right here. All right. I think we are ready. There are no good cards in the scenario stack anyway. There's nothing that I could really hope for. There are a couple cards that send me to a different camera. There are a couple cards that I can hope that won't cause a significant amount of damage to me, but I can't really hope for any kind of saving grace from this deck. So as we start turn number whatever, turn number the last turn.
We have to add.
Oh, more monsters. Yeah. Draw.
All right. Over here is 2.
Okay.
And over there is 1.
So there was a lot of chances. There was a lot of chances for this to have gone differently. You know, the fact that the monsters are just really beating me on the recovery checks is a big difference between in this one. All 4 of them passing their recovery checks right there and keeping Phantom Ace tied up. That's just awful. That is just as awful as you can be right there. So there were several moments that I think, Phantom Ace's side had a shot, had a chance at it. But right now, I don't think there's any chance at all. I think with him tied up right there, unless we just get some outrageous rolls on the other side, he could end up not making it out of that alley at all. Yeah, it's bad. So let's start activating some characters. What do you think? Where should we start? I guess there's no reason not to start with Phantom Ace. He's not even going to be able to do any dodging. He's completely surrounded now with monsters on all 3 sides. He has no chance to really get away. So it's going to be a bloodbath back there. He's not injured right now, but he will be soon. It's going to get bad. Let's do Phantom Ace, and that means he gets a yellow card. You want to draw it for me, sweetheart?
Sure. Draw a random challenge, Alone in the Dark.
Okay. Okay.
1 with finesse.
1 with finesse. He's got 3 die 10 in finesse. He can beat that pretty easy. Got it. Okay. So.
Okay, no thanks.
Alone in the Dark and blocked, he has a really good chance at. The rest of them are going to do bad things to him, but he's in a bad enough situation already. So when he activates, he will have to split his dice between these 3 things that are fighting him. He gets 4 die 10. He'll put 2 dice on 1 dice on the other 2, and he will fight the one that has 2 dice first. He could choose to dodge, but he has no option to dodge move also because of the Cursed Relic won't allow him to dodge move. So he's just going to have to stand there and try and fight these things off as best he can. So the monster's rolling 3 die 6 against his brawl of 2 die 10. This will be the one on this side, I guess we'll say. Monster got nothing. He got 1 success. That's not enough to do anything. Yeah, these two will be completely useless. I forgot that they were basically reanimated, so putting 1 dice on them doesn't do any good at all. So the next one is rolling. So it really doesn't matter what he rolls. It's completely useless. The monster scores 2 successes, and he will have to roll a 2 dice health check. And he passed it. The next monster is rolling. I'm not even going to roll his dice because it's useless. It is completely irrelevant to what happens. He'll have to roll a 3 dice health check on that last one. And Phantom Ace passes that one as well. All right, over here, Roz and the monster. Roz will get a solo card when she activates. Her solo card is Quirk of Fate. We've already done that. That just eliminates all of the solo cards that are currently in play. And now she will have to fight. I guess we're going to go for the... We're going to try to do the... We're going to try and do the... We're going to try and dodge. She will attempt to dodge here. And the reason is... And just to walk you through this, I'm going to brawl. I'll take my chance and do my brawl. He can't continuously pass their recovery checks. So 5d6 against its 3d6. She is injured now. And here is the roll. Roswell biting at the play toy. She gets 1 success with 5 dice. It gets a 4. She'll use her 5 to block his 4 because otherwise it would be useless. And she remains engaged with the monster. Okay. Now it's the monster's turn. So the first monster to activate will have to draw a card. Let's just say it's this monster right here. So it will get a solo card when it activates. And it says it cannot shoot this turn. So can't shoot anyway. And now let's see if they can put down Phantom Ace. 3 die 6 on Phantom Ace. Actually, it will be 2 die 6. Phantom Ace is rolling 3 die 10 because he's already been in a fight. So 3 die 10 versus 2 die 6. And Phantom Ace gets 1 success, which is completely useless. Monster gets 1 success, which is also completely useless. Next guy. Phantom Ace is down to 2 dice. The monster is at 3 dice. Phantom Ace got 1 success again, which is useless. The monster this time gets 3 successes, and Phantom Ace will have to roll a 3 dice health check. He is failed. And he now has an injury on him. The next monster to attack is rolling 3 die 6. Phantom Ace is now down to rolling 2 die 8, or 2 die 8 to dodge, or to fight. He'll use it to dodge. And he will dodge 2 of the monster's hits. That means 1 hit gets through, and he will not be affected by it because of the cursed artifact. And that means no other monsters are going to get in on him. It just means they're going to move 6 inches towards him and have him just completely surrounded, boys and girls. Do you see what is occurring here? He is so very, very doomed. As these move up and these move up, and this one takes its place. And I'm really close to calling this because I don't know any hope that they will have of, although he is, there's no turn limit. This one will move up. Do I have another one over there? This one moves up.
There's one right here.
That one moves up towards Phantom Ace. Did we do roll for the monster on Roswell? I don't think we rolled for that fight. I don't think we rolled for this fight here.
I think we started the face.
Yeah, I don't think we rolled for that fight. Okay. Roz will attempt to dodge. She's got 4 die 6. 4 dice 6 versus its 2 dice 6 because it's already been in a fight. Or she could roll 4 dice 6 to try and bite it. I'll do that. She'll roll 4 dice 6 to try and bite it. It's rolling 2 dice 6 to attack. It got a 6. She got 2 6s and a 4. The monster will roll a 3 dice health check, and Roz will roll a 1 dice health check. Here is the roll. The monster fails, and Roz passes. So the monster is down.
Yeah.
And it's recovery check time.
Let's see if he gets back up.
Yeah, the monster. Here is for the monster. Does not. Roswell is free. Roswell is free. Maybe Roswell could run over here and save the day. What do you think, boys and girls? Just when you're ready to give up hope, Roswell comes to save the day. Will it happen again? Here is for Roswell's recovery check. Roswell recovers. Here is for Phantom Ace's recovery check. Phantom Ace does not recover.
Oh, no.
Remains injured at D8s, and he is surrounded by the mob. Do you see the mob that is on him, boys and girls? Holy cow. All right. What do we have next? I have one more fella I can put out there, another model I can put out there instead of a blip. So as we start the next turn, we get some more blips. So go ahead and draw. I don't think this blip's moved. Okay.
3 on this side.
Oh my God. Sure. Why not 3?
And 1 on that side.
2, 3. Why not 3 of them? Send me to the camera. Okay, so Phantom Ace is horribly just buried in a mob over here.
Yeah.
What is going to happen there? It's almost time to give up there. Remember, if he goes down, the scenario ends. So he's right now he's at D8 health.
That's not good.
Roswell has finally shaken off everything over here, but it's probably too late. I don't know that she's going to be able to get in there. What do we do here? Who do we activate first, do you think? I guess we have to activate Roz first. Yeah.
Free pass.
Okay.
Along.
So it does absolutely nothing.
Yay.
And Roz
She
is
got it
free.
right.
Well, Roz is just going to have to rush the nearest enemy, which is going to be right here. So it's not like she can really get over there and do much good for Phantom Ace. She'll probably be able to pull some heat off of him, though, as she runs this way and will attack that monster. So she's got 5d8. The monster is replying with 3 die 6. Oh, Gage, where are you when I needed you? Here we go. Big fight. See if Roz can get some hits through. The monster got a 4. The monster got a 4, and Roz got 4 successes. Those will turn into 4 hits. So the monster will have to roll a 4 dice health check. Now I'll block one of the hits, so the monster will roll a 3 dice health check. And it is down. Need these fellas to start failing their recovery checks. Okay, next will be Phantom Ace, and we'll draw a yellow card for him. Oh, painful. Poor Phantom Ace.
Challenge.
Okay. Random challenge is 2 with finesse or cunning, so he will use his finesse. What's the name of this card?
Don't make a sound.
Don't make a sound. So even if I pass it, somebody's going to move. Okay, got the successes I needed. Somebody moves 3 inches towards me, which they can't really get on me. So yeah, that's just another one is there. Okay, in the huge mob.
Yeah.
All right, and it's Phantom Ace's time. So Phantom Ace has 4 die 10. He'll put 2 on 1, and the other 2 dice really will be completely useless and will not do a damn thing. And he'll fight with the 2 that he can actually deal with. because these things are reanimated, a single hit will do absolutely nothing to them. I either do that or I dodge, and that's even a worse option at this point. So
Can he block any of theirs with his? Like if he get one.
because he's the active character, yes, he could use them to block. Okay, here we go. So he has
Is he D10s or
D8s.
D8s?
D8s. So we'll do the one that we have 2 die 8 on, and here is the monster. I don't know that I'll be blocking though at this point. Well, see there, I got a 6. My other dice is a nothing, so I will use my 6 to block his 6. Actually, it didn't matter at all there. So no hits there. The next guy is 1 dice versus his 3 dice 6. He got nothing. Next guy is... He got a 6. I can't block it, so I'll have to roll a 1 dice health check, but because I have the cursed artifact, I will ignore that 1 hit. And that's it. They will just continue to mob. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that building blocked all of this area, so they will just kind of mill around and wait for their turn, like they're in a Bruce Lee movie or something, waiting for their turn.
Form an orderly queue.
Yeah, form an orderly queue. Now over here, I guess we could get something on Roz though.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one will turn and go attack Roz. So Roz will roll 4 die 8 now, and the monster will roll 3 die 6. Roz gets 3 successes. The monster gets 1 success. Roz will have to roll a 1 dice health check. The monster rolls a 3 dice health check. Roll it all together. Roz failed. The monster failed. Roz is now injured. The monster goes down, and that means there's room for another monster to come in. Monster's rolling 3 die 6. Roz will fight back with, she's been in 2 fights and she's injured, so she's down to 3 die 6. She'll fight back with 3 die 6. Roz got 2 successes. The monster got 1 success. That means the monster will have to roll a 1 dice health check, and I'm sorry, the monster will roll a 2 dice health check, and Roz will roll a 1 dice health check. Roz failed. The monster passed. Roswell is down, boys and girls. Yeah, we're pretty close to calling it here. I don't know that there's any hope whatsoever if I lose Roswell. More monsters move. This one moves up. These guys move up. Those guys move. And then we're to recovery checks. So let's just roll for Roswell. Roswell rolls. And she is gone. Lost Roswell.
My poor sweet Roz.
I got 2 monsters down over here. One of them is gone. The other one is back on its feet. I think he's run into just a wall of monsters here.
Yeah.
I think we're going to call it here, boys and girls. I think for all intents and purposes, I don't think he's going to be able to bust through this wall of monsters. So they're going to be coming faster than he's going to be able to put them down, and we're going to just call that a stoppage right there.
We need Rutherford to fly in.
We need Rutherford to fly in. Holy cow. I don't know. Maybe my big mistake on this one was taking that route.
Yeah.
Maybe my big mistake was going back in that alley. Maybe I needed to come up here and just try and take these guys on. I thought I was taking the safer route back through that way. You know, you just never know though if how things are going to go.
Yeah.
The dice in Pulp Alley, I mean, you have a lot of choices. You have a lot of decisions to make, and a lot of times they're very meaningful. But the dice are there to put a kibosh on it anyway. So, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't beat the dice if they're going to just roll ugly. Then the recovery checks hurt really bad. that one that kept Roswell tied up, and that was a die roll too. The fact that one appeared on Roswell, you know, it would have been so much better to have Roswell free, but she wasn't. She was tied up with the monster. So this setup right here really went about as bad as you could hope. this one went about as bad as you could possibly have done it. And I still had a lot of fun. And I hope you guys had some fun too. I guess it's important to remember that the good guys do not always win. That is seen in the pulps and the cereals. And if you are playing through one of these games and you think you're always going to win, that's just not the situation. Yeah. In the pulps and the cereals, the bad guys often win through the first few chapters. And it's not until you get to the end, you know, that maybe the good guy comes out on top, right? Yeah. That's just, you know, so you have to kind of take your lumps sometimes. And man, I took some lumps in this one. Woo! Woo! Yeah, that was a rough one. That was rough. And a lot of fun. That's the point of it all. You know, the struggle, the challenge of that really got my blood racing. That was far more fun than simply walking across the table and going over to the boat and going, woohoo, I made it.
But not as much fun as if you like,
yeah,
the last second.
Yeah, the last second hurrah.
Chariots
and busted
of fire,
through there.
Oh
man, couldn't get it this time. And there's a lot of times that happens. You know, there's a lot of times that actually happens. Yeah, good point. All right, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed this version of the solo. I don't know that it really highlighted the solo rules as much as we would have hoped, but you know, when you play live, you get what you get. What?
Did you mention about the scenario of the month?
The scenario of the month. So, yeah, that was a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. What was the point that you were trying to make?
That this is how the scenario of the month of 2021.
All of the scenarios of the month for 2021 and many other scenarios, you do not use a bot league to play against. For all of the scenarios of the month for 2021, you simply play against the scenario.
And it's co-op and
yes,
or solo.
Yep.
That's it.
Imagine this if I'd have had another league out there. That would have been a big help as well if I'd have had a second league. This scenario is actually, I think, designed for just one league to play. I could be wrong on that. Maybe you can have two leagues in this as well. But man, I could have used another league in this one. This would have been, all of the scenarios of the month for 2021 are designed for co-op and solo play. And all of the solo scenarios, if you play it solo, you're simply playing against the scenario. And some of them are this tough. Some are not quite as tough. I think this is like kind of the high end of tough. Yeah. This will really, really give you a challenge. So if you like a challenging game, you know, this is a fun one to take on. It's not always going to be as bad as this was. Yeah, this was bad. This was pretty tough to get through. Anything else we need to go over right now?
Kids are asking for a Kickstarter update.
A Kickstarter update? We're packaging up dice right now. We're packaging up dice for the starter boxes. So, you know, when you have to do a couple hundred of these dice packages, it takes a while. So we've been packaging dice. And that puts us to, that almost gets all of the items ticked off for the starter box. What we're actually missing is we're still waiting on some of the boxes. And we're still waiting on the miniatures. That's probably the biggest one. So we still have to get a fairly large number of miniatures in, the boxes and the books. So, but the cards we now have in, the counters we now have in, the quick start guides, we now have those in. So a lot of the stuff, we're actually, the bookmarks, we have those checked off. So we have a lot of the stuff already in and ready to start putting those boxes together. Still waiting on a few items though. Good.
Good. And that puts us to basically getting the characters book done and the China Station book done, and then hoping that we can start getting that stuff sent out. We're still very confident on the November date. No reason for us to really doubt that right now. So we'd love to beat that. We actually want to get things out as quickly as we can, but sometimes it's tough. All right, everybody, leave some comments below. Thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate all your support. I guess that's it for today. Is there anything else that I need to answer from the boys and girls? All right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you next time.
That was brutal. Brutal.